This mother is carrying the body of her 6-year-old daughter, Yasmina. Israeli bombs pierce her grief. She's also burying her 3 other daughters, 9-year-old Malika, Zara, 12, and Zainab, 13, along with their cousin, 11-year-old Sadek. Just absolutely heartbreaking scenes. There's body after body after body. Just tiny little bodies. These ones having to be carried on the bed because there's just only parts and remnants and pieces of them left. These are just 5 of over 110 children killed this month, since war began anew in Lebanon on March 2nd. 9 graves they've had to dig in the last 24 hours for just so much pain in this one tiny little village. The site of the strike was the children's grandparents' house, where they were playing when the bomb hit. It came without warning and wiped out almost the entire family. You can see bits of blood across this rubble here. Pieces of books, some shoes. Mohammed is the father of the girls, who he's just buried. They were a tight-knit family. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't imagine what you're going through today and what went through your mind when that airstrike hit.
يعني صرت أركض أنا قمت حافة على حجار وشو اسمه وأنا مضروب هون والدمع بينزل صرت فتش شيل ولادي وبي.
I mean, the Israelis say that Hezbollah is using children and using civilians as human shields. Do you think there's any truth to that?
في شهداء من الحزب نحن عائلة أهل الجنوب ما بيركعوا لا لإسرائيل ولا لأمريكا اللي عم تدعمهم بالسلاح. Across the country, the Israeli military is rapidly ramping up its bombing campaign and expanding its ground invasion. CNN obtained permission from Hezbollah to report in one of their strongholds, the southern city of Tyre. At a civil defense center, outgoing rocket fire breaks the temporary calm. Soon after, the Israeli military called to warn nearby residents to leave their homes immediately.
لا بدك تعطينا شوية وقت لحتى العالم تضبضب غراضها وتظهر منها.
But not everyone has somewhere to go. It is just apocalyptic around here. And to think that, I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, this was a buzzing, lively neighbourhood with shops and these were people's houses. And now it's just all been turned to rubble. It must be so eerie staying here. And yet you still do see people. You see people in their homes. How are you?
I'm drinking coffee.
I'm okay, thanks. What are you still doing here?
I stay here.
Why are you staying?
I go where? This is my house.
Are you the only person who stayed, or is there other families who stayed as well?
I know get family. I know marry. You want to marry me? Huh?
Whole families still remain, pitching up tents wherever they can, largely because they lack the means or strength to find a new home. Do you guys get scared? Yeah? What are you scared about? And what do you guys do when you hear these loud noises? Soon after we leave, Israel pounds this area. We asked the Israeli military what they're doing to protect children in this war. I went to the area of Sidon, where there was a strike. 9 people were killed. 5 of them were children. One of them was just a 6-year-old girl. Why?
We have a terror organization that their strategy is to put our civilians in the line of fire and their civilians in the line of fire. We're doing everything we can to avoid that.
Right, but children are not terrorists.
They are not terrorists. And to say that we are targeting them or that's something that we are happy about is just not true, unacceptable, and even kind of disgusting. Hezbollah is almost an identical twin of Hamas in the way they operate.
Does that mean that Lebanon will soon look like Gaza?
I sure hope not.
But surely it's up to Israel for it not to.
We've seen it with Gaza in the conversation that there's a heavy price of war. It doesn't mean that one side or the stronger side is conducting it in the wrong way.
These words will be little comfort to the hundreds of thousands of families forced to leave their homes, their lives suddenly upended.
These kids obviously have been out of school for the last 2 weeks since the beginning of the war. And this group now is trying to do some activities with them, try to have some semblance of normalcy.
فلما تسحر نحن عم نتسحر وبلش يضرب فنحن كنت أنا خايفة وأنا سكيرت حس إنه نحن خايفين ومرعوبين ومشردين.
What are you scared could happen?
خايفة إنه حدا يمثلنا أو يستشهد لنا.
لبنان كان ازدهار انتهى لبنان كله كليا يعني ما في لبنان صار وإن شاء الله ما بيصير مثل غزة يعني فينا.
What would you say to the people who have power over this war right now?
شو بدكم فيهم؟ الأولاد ما عم تقدر تكفي علمها ولا عم تقدر تعمل شيء، خربتوا لنا حياتنا.
It's a pain no child should know. A generation who should have their entire lives ahead of them. Now pulled into a war they never chose. And crushed beneath the violence that engulfs them. Isobel Yeung, CNN, Beirut.